You're just above the Kraken layer. Come on down. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Okay, I can fix that once the game fully loads up. I need to force it to 1080p resolution. I normally don't do that, of course, in public test, because I usually don't stream public tests, so I'll be able to fix that once the game starts up here.
Your window is like wider than your recording port?
Yep. Hello, by the way.
Hello.
I need to force full screen 1080p. And hopefully that fixes it. Let's see.
That looks right now.
Sweet. Alright, so welcome again.
Thanks for having me back. This is running already, so I'll just point out real quick, this is on the current public test server. One of their things to go get the flags is to play through a shortened version of Ranked. And part of that is testing the tier 10s, and I'm assuming the new maps in preparation for Ranked Season 9. So this is a tier 10 game. This is a Yu Yang. And this map, I guess, is going to be in this upcoming season, Shatter. And the cap layout and the spawn points are pretty different than the ones that we see on random battles.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have to see how that comes into play. I see that you're running radar, and you've got all the usual fixins for your flags, including fire reduction and XP bonus, huh?
No, it's free to me.
Is that a ramming flag too?
It might be. Yeah, it is.
So we see that you're located here, and obviously that means enemy destroyer coming up. What do you got? Yu Yang or Shima?
Mm-hmm.
Now, for those of you guys doing the public test, it's a great opportunity to try out the new maps and see how things work without actually, like, hurting your rank or your ability in your actual game. But I would caution you against playing a ship and saying, oh, this ship worked so well in public test, therefore it's going to be dominant in ranked. I made that mistake one season, and yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, and I get the impression that some of the people on this team are doing that right now as we speak on PTS. It's like, oh, I don't know this now, I'm going to try this.
Yep. And so you end up with results where, you carry the team. Well, okay. I mean,
Yeah, and SAT's comment in chat about why I don't have SI. They didn't give us 19-point captains on the test server. We're running 15. So I had to make some weird choices.
Gotcha.
So in this case, we were thinking we're going to go A, right? And we could have gone straight into A from the spawn. We could have gone just one little clock point to the west, but here we're going 2. So rather than running in face first and getting destroyed if there's anybody on the other side of A, we're being a little bit sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also waiting for the cap to light on an enemy ship, and I'm going to radar if it does.
Right. And you're also in a position that's very safe right here.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that this island lines up like this, the way that they redid this cap. But I saw it from the angle we were coming in, and I figured, oh, hey, let's just park right here.
Yep, and there's the Yu Yang, most likely also radar. I see.
Yeah, I believe we both went radar Yu Yang.
Yep, he's about to get radar wrecked by the Zao. Actually, you're boring. We're gonna go take a look at that.
Yeah, I'm a ranked destroyer. I'm gonna be really boring.
I need to turn the volume up. I'll do that after this engagement. Oh, you used your radar already. Oh, because he disappeared, right? Oh, God. Well, never mind about that Zhao. Oh, well, at least you got the kill.
Yeah, and I actually needed to move anyway because that Des Moines was pulling up behind me.
Alright. Yep, you did. That's true. Because the Des Moines is gonna... Well, he's kind of screwed. Maybe.
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, right, the Minotaur should just camp up, basically, and the Des Moines is kind of stuck there. I'll be able to get around and flank him at some point, and the Minotaur just needs to hold A, because Des Moines has to drive in very exposed to get it.
Right.
But as you can see, that's not what's happening right now.
No. He single-fired the torps and missed all of them. But he survived, at least. The entire should have rammed.
Yeah, Rem wouldn't have been terrible.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
And then we've got the Shima action. Okay, so it looks like Des Moines took some hits. Oh, but he... Why is the Minotaur... Well, yeah. Alright, well, I keep trying to go away from you to see other things, and then they just die. Des Moines obviously using his radar to detect you.
Yeah, so Des Moines radar, fine, 9.9 kilometers, get away from it. I'm not going to go fight the Des Moines on A. I'd rather put some harassment, put some torpedoes, put a battleship plump near C if possible. As usual, I, find the one freaking island in the middle of nowhere on every map. Gotta dodge around it.
It's kind of not looking good for your team. You got that... Your Shimikaze's being pushed by theirs. 2 battleships are pushed into the corner.
Yep, and that Shima is super exposed, right? Like, he's in B, he's within easy range of both the Republic and the Conqueror. They're probably firing secondaries at him. Our Shima's in a good kiting position. Right, so really their Shima's suiciding.
Yep.
Then,
But hey, it's a public test, so suiciding can work. Now, interestingly enough, you're located, so I'm wondering if that's the Minotaur or the Des Moines.
judging by location, it could be either one, although I'd actually, in retrospect, I wonder if it was the Kerr first.
Hmm.
The enemy is about to win.
Anyway, so that Shimikaze's got B. Our battleships have noticed and are coming for revenge or something.
Coming to die.
We're 3 capped at this point. And I'm kind of fishing for the minnow. I know he's up there someplace.
Radar
At this point,
Minotaur?
I also have no idea where the DM went. And yeah, of course it's a radar Minotaur.
The ship is on fire.
Well, congratulations, you managed to torp the gap between those ships.
Feels decent in the water. And there's the Des Moines.
too loud.
So many years of butt yoga later. Got like a quarter hit points, but I'm finally out of radar range.
Yep. And look, your Republic is capping B.
Yes, which in turn means that he actually managed to overrun the Shima somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also running out of map.
Yeah, Minotaur's doing a nice job of kind of hurting you.
Yeah, right. They've got a ship advantage, and I think they've probably also got a hit point advantage, although I can't see either of the battleships. However, their Kurfürst is charged pretty hard. He's probably taking AP in the side from the Conch.
Bravo.
Engine boost deactivated.
Well, because you're edge case, I'm still expecting you to somehow turn this game around.
Out of a 3-cap down ships, and I'm stuck in the bottom corner of the map.
With 2 radar cruisers? Yeah. Need kills. Maybe you can ask your battleships for some help.
Right. And I'm actually lucky that this Minotaur pretty much just aims straight at where I'm going. So the like very slight weave I'm doing, you can kind of see it in the wake, is basically making him whiff everything. Meanwhile, farther north, the Republics are facing off. The GK did go down, so it's actually 3-on-3 again.
Yeah, that's true.
And their Minotaur is like on the J line.
Oh look, another radar.
Yeah, who'd have thought?
Oh, Republic gotta survive that. That's interesting. And now you're pretty much just kind of forced to watch, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it in chat. There's a guy yelling at me to use my guns on the Des Moines to finish him off.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but I mean, 1K, live ship and no point donation seemed like a better idea, considering how close the game is at this point.
There's always hope, right?
Yeah, and our hope right now is that Republic can sprint his way over to A to stop the point lead, and I can do the same to C, and that the Minotaur will do something wrong, because I have 1k HP, and I basically can't take any hits. And I think he's low too. I think he's at like 15 or something and out of repairs.
Hmm. Well, and this is where it's so important that the Republic survived, because if he gets on A, you get on C, that completely stops the cap. And if the Republic is smart, he keeps his guns pointed to where the Minotaur was, so that when he gets spotted, he's able to help. That could actually work.
So I don't know, Zath, if you were the Minotaur, which way do you think would be smartest for him to go?
I go straight at you at C.
Right. Well, we'll find out what he does. For what it's worth, I'm at 1k. I have radar, but that's useless because his spotting range is bigger than that. And Minotaur has a radar that is 1 kilometer longer than his own spotting range. So if I see him, he can radar me.
Which is why you're moving farther up to the north, because you don't want him to see you and don't want him to radar you.
Mm-hmm. Right, so we've got the point stopped at 972. There's 5 minutes left in the game, so if he just sails off to nowhere, we'll win. So he's got to come for one of us.
Yeah, and I don't like this Republic. I wish that he would have turned in south to support you. Because, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see if the Minotaur follows your advice, too.
Now, at this point you stopped. Why are you stopping?
So, I want to be able to capture the Minotaur as he's coming into sea. If he is in fact going C, I also want to be able to give the Republic some advance notice if he's kind of skirting on the inside of the islands to take the A point. No matter what happens, if he gets C, they will point out, because there's only 28 points left in the game. And any resetting, like if I try to reset him with my guns and then get behind an island, it's very risky, because pretty much one shell will kill me.
Yep, and see, that's why I wish the Republic would have been on the other side of that island. Well, you kind of have one shot here with your torps.
Yep, and this is right about where I realized that he's actually used all his radar charges.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. At least the Republic's got angle.
Yeah, he backed up. I think he's using the French speed backup. And SAT's correct, actually. If I really thought this through, then the best thing for me to do would be, rather than visual spotting, is wait for him to light C and then radar him behind the island near C in F8.
Right. Absolutely, because then even if he radars, he can't shoot you. But, I mean, that requires teamwork, right? With that Republic to know what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Although, got the shot. I was pretty happy.
Yeah, you should be. That was a pretty crazy ending to that battle, that's for sure.
So yeah, big sigh of relief, ranked out, and then cry a little when I realized that it was only on the test server and I gotta do it again on regular.
Yeah, right?
Anyway, thanks for featuring that, and it's good to know we can do test server stuff, so.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. So, you know, maybe we should do at the end of this stream, what do you guys think, those of you that are watching? You guys want to do like a little ranked preview talk? Like, get Edge in here, get SAT, GRE,